This type of mentality, I will never understand it. I never will understand it. Especially now, as a father of 2 kids and an adult, a man, looking back and looking at these things now, it is so disgusting. It's just pitiful. And that's why I said, looking back at it now, when you're younger, you know, you view things differently. And as you grow, you start to realize what being a man is about, what being a father is about when you start having kids, as you mature. But when you're looking at grown men condoning this type of nonsense, it goes to show you some people just will never grow up. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know what you think about this video here in the comments. Now with that said, let's get into this video.
An overnight gang takedown, and our cameras are rolling as it all goes down.
Fox 5's Lisa Evers was there before dawn with the NYPD. She joins us now with this story that you won't see anywhere else. Lisa.
Well, Natasha and Steve, for more than 2 years, the NYPD tells us hardworking day laborers, livery drivers, and retirees in the Bronx were targeted for armed robberies and vicious beatings by a violent gang going after their cash and their credit cards. They also allegedly had broad daylight shootings with rival gangs. We were given exclusive access into their investigation and the takedown. Police hope this will bring justice to the victims. Abdullah, how will you plead to the charges? Alleged Fivesley gang leader Abdullah Zika and other alleged accomplices were taken out of the 50th precinct in the Bronx to face a judge on multiple felony charges ranging from armed robberies to attempted murder. While most of the city still slept, officers from the Gun Violence Suppression Division, warrants, and many local precinct detective squads gathered at an undisclosed location in the Bronx to be briefed on the case. Our Fox 5 NY camera was the only one allowed in.
Gun in their head. Gun put to their head. That's how brazen they were. Over and over and over again. We have intel that there may be hundreds out there. Think about that for a second. You know, these are individuals that went into neighborhoods where they felt confident that incidents wouldn't get reported.
As the officers head out, we need to get some extra protection. We're being asked to put on bulletproof vests because we're going after a crew that is wanted for numerous shootings as well as 1 murder and numerous attempted murders. Police say the 12 gang members charged, who range in age from 16 to 21, are known as the Fivesleys because they're from 175th Street in the Bronx. In this surveillance video, you see 4 alleged members, including leader Abdullah Zika, open fire on a Bronx street. A mother has to duck and pull her 2 children down in order not to get hit in the crossfire.
It's disheartening to see that we have essentially some adolescents that are the perpetrator of these crimes.
This drill music video includes 4 alleged members of the gang, say police. The reckless shootouts with rivals are fueled by disses and drill rap videos, says Chief Jason Savino, who insists police are not against the music itself.
Where I have to draw the line is when it incites violence. And we're seeing that, where we have a lot of aspiring drill rappers, and some go in a completely different direction and use their trade as a talent. But we have some that are clear drivers of violence that call out and make fun of homicide victims.
Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark announced a 110-count indictment against the 12 alleged gang members for horrible crimes, including attempted murder, assault, weapons possession, and other serious felonies.
We are really using precision prosecution as well as investigations to make sure we get the right individuals. And when you do that, that's when you will see a significant change.
Police say this surveillance video shows how they brutally attacked a group of day laborers coming home.
I'm a member of this community as well. I was born and raised here. I went to school here. I still have family here, so this is extremely important for these guys like this to be taken off the street.
We've seen time again, when we take down the trigger pullers, those that are driving crime, have the absolute gall to go out and shoot people. When we remove them and put them, quite frankly, where they belong, we see a drastic reduction in crime.
All 12 alleged gang members are in police custody and, of course, are presumed innocent until proven guilty. But Chief Savino tells us with their advanced precision policing techniques, they have more than enough evidence to make their case.
You know what I say, right? Lock them up. Put them in jail. Get them off the street. You're terrorizing your own neighborhood. As you guys see in the video, you're terrorizing hard-working people that's on their way home, taking the subway. It's ridiculous, man. And the crazy part about all this, as you get older and you see these things happening, and you see older people condoning this type of behavior, and that's why the teens and the young adults don't respect the elders, because you got the elders acting like they the teenagers. They're not leading by example. As you get older, your brain's supposed to develop. You're supposed to look back and be like, yo, what were we really doing? What were we doing to each other? That's my brother right there. Same skin color as me. Like, what are we doing? And majority of them, pretty sure they got kids. And then you get shot when something happens to one of their kids. No, you want to talk about stop the violence and stop this. It's too late now. You already lost one of your own kids. How you going to try to stop it now? You know how far it went. Look at Nicki Minaj's husband. You guys know him, Kenneth Petty, something like that. I think that's his name. When he was in New York City, well, I think it was last weekend. Prior to that, he was talking about we outside. He was sending threats to Offset, calling out Offset. This dude is 45 years old. He been through the streets, and he had some serious charges on him. And I'm talking about charges where you had to register as a sitting offender. You know, you guys know I ain't even going into that subject, but. You're 45 years old. Your wife is Nicki Minaj. She's worth almost $200 million. You're rich. You made it. You in there. Why don't you get a program on podcast and talk about the violence where it don't lead you nowhere? Why don't you do something like that? Do something productive, man. I guess his PO saw it and the judge saw it, and they put him on house arrest for about 4 months. 120 days. He got to sit in the house. Imagine being a grown man at 45 years old, and the judge tells you you can't go nowhere for 4 months. Sit in that house. And they got a kid. When you gonna give this up? You're almost 50 years old. This is what I'm saying. The adults, the elders don't lead by example. And when you don't, you got the young ones coming up. They're showing less respect to the elders, like what they were doing in the video, to the hard workers that was on their way home. They were attacking them. It's ridiculous. Then they're going to try to blame the white man. White man has nothing to do with this. That's like the police officer that said right there. I guess detective. Yes, they have drum music. Yes, fun, make you dance. And then you got the drum music that goes into disrespecting other young teens that died, got caught up in the gang violence. And then you got the ones that are talking about smoking on this pack, smoking on that. Very disrespectful type of music. We all know how beef goes. We had in a rap song. But when you're going to disrespecting the dead and you just won't stop, people want to get back. People want to spin the block. It's never ending, man. And that's when this is the part when I say it starts at home. Because you had the age that they said, age 16 and up, 16 to 21. Where are the parents? I understand some parents book 2 or 3 jobs just to get by because the father ain't at home. You got to blame both parties, father and mother. Because some fathers are just cold-hearted. They just don't care about their kids. And you can't force them to care about their kids. I've been there. Yes, my mom was a single mom. She had to raise me all by herself. As I got older, that's when I got to meet my father. But that's what I said. He admitted that he was irresponsible then. That's what I mean. Both parties, mother and father. If you know you can't take care of a kid and do the responsible thing and do the right thing and raise them up to be respectable young men, don't go around having kids, man. I'm sick of their excuses, man. And then all of us regular civilians gotta pay the price for you not raising your kid right. If you raise a kid right, the less we have to worry about in society. There's no respect. It's just getting out of control, man. And there's no pat. I don't understand the game mentality. As I was young, we thought it was cool to wreck certain color flags. We thought it was cool. But as we got older, we looking back like I guess that's how you're raised at home with good parents. Because as you get older, you see how stupid it was. It made no sense, right? You're taking each other out for what? Like, what is the reward? Like, I need answers. What is the reward? The only reward that you're going to receive in our eyes, the adults, the mature adults, the only thing we see is you going to jail, or the cemetery. That is it. There's nothing to gain out of it where you're going to profit. Maybe you might get a rap career like 6ix9ine, try to act like he was in the gang, but then he was only into the gang just to get like his rap career going. That was it. And you see when pressure came, look what happened to 6ix9ine. He snitched. So he knows the gang mentality life is not for him. There's no good way this is going to end. There's no way. It has to stop somewhere. I'm glad they're doing this gang bust, but we see gang busts happening from time to time, nothing changing. The violence is still out of control. This is where it comes on to parents doing the right thing. You're not checking where your kids are. I don't play around. I make sure my daughter, I'm like, hey, where you at? Oh, she tell me how about next one day in my house. Check outside? All right, she's over there. You don't check none of this. You don't see who's coming by, who your friend is talking to, your kids are talking to. You don't know. You don't check none of that. You check the social media of them posting pictures with them with guns in their hand. You don't see none of that. Oblivious. Hey, hopefully something changed, man. This is the type of mentality. This is the type of things that we got to deal with from a day-to-day basis. It's just sad. It's just like never ending. Imagine we in 2023 and we're still talking about gang violence. There's no evolving. There's none. Listen to the music. All it talks about is violence. There's no Nas in this era. There's no Jay-Z's. There's nothing, man. There's no Eric Sermon. There's no Wu-Tang. There's not even a Tupac or a Biggie. There's nothing to balance anything. There's straight violence. There's none of that, man. It's just sad and pathetic that these young men are so young and throwing their whole life away for nothing. You rather sit in a cell in a 4x4 for 25 years at the age of 16, 17, 18? Is that where you see your future in your life? You have to get something to look forward to, man. It's just sad to see how these young black men is throwing away their life like it's worth absolutely nothing. Nothing. They got no respect. Man. This is where we need Black Lives Matter. But in these type of situations that happens in the neighborhood, like you said, they were doing shootings and the mother was walking her kids down on the pavement and they had to be ducking from bullets. They just don't care. Back then, we don't condone it, but back then there was morals, there was integrity, there was something that you just didn't do as a gang member. When you see people wanting to see kids around, you gotta know when to chill out. Kids are around. Now they don't care. They don't care. Zero respect for nobody. They probably don't even respect their own parents. What makes you think they're gonna respect you? And your rights, they won't. That's why they're doing what they're doing right now. It's just out of control, man. But hey, hopefully something changed the mentality. Because we in the future right now, man. And it's like we acting like we're still in the 80s and the 90s. I really don't understand the mentality. I never will, and I don't want to. If you guys enjoyed the video, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, and let me know what you think about this right here in the comments, this video in the comments. With that said, I'll catch you guys in this video. Peace out. You guys have a blessed day.